So how does a company as massive as Amazon keep pumping out innovations like it's a brand new startup? You might think it's all about one genius founder, but the real secret? Well, it's way more interesting than that. It's not about a person, it's about a set of incredibly powerful, repeatable systems. And Jeff Bezos himself basically gave away the secret sauce with this quote: "Good intentions don't work, mechanisms do." Think about that for a second. It's a huge idea. Just wanting to be innovative or customer-focused, that's not enough. You have to build actual processes, mechanisms, that force those good intentions to become reality, every single day. And this is the absolute core of the book Working Backwards, which was written by two guys who were Amazon execs for a long, long time. So what's a mechanism? It's basically a complete closed-loop process. It's not just a suggestion, it's a machine with inputs and outputs that's designed to make sure the right thing happens kind of automatically. And today we're going to pull back the curtain on the three most powerful mechanisms that really built Amazon.
All right, first up, and probably the most famous one, is how they even decide what to build. I mean, how did they come up with things like the Kindle or Amazon Prime? Products that, in hindsight, seem so obvious. Well, they do it by flipping the entire development process completely on its head.
It all kicks off with what sounds like a crazy idea. What if you wrote the press release, the one that announces the product's amazing launch, before your team even writes a single line of code? It sounds totally backwards, right? But this is the absolute heart of their innovation engine.
They call this the PR/FAQ process. First, you write that press release. But here's the catch. This is not for the marketing department. It's a test for you. Can you even describe the customer's problem and how your product solves it in a way that sounds genuinely exciting? If you can't, maybe the idea isn't that great. Then you write the FAQs, thinking up every single tough question a skeptical customer or your boss might ask. And only if that document makes a rock-solid case do you get the green light to actually start building.
And just look at how different that is. Most companies, they build a thing, then they toss it over to marketing and say, hey, figure out how to sell this. Amazon forces you to figure out the compelling story first. If the story doesn't work, the product dies before it wastes any time or money. It's a simple flip, but it's the reason we have world-changing products like the Kindle.
Okay, but a brilliant product idea is totally useless if you don't have the right people to build it. So that leads to the next huge challenge Amazon had to solve. How do you keep your standards for talent incredibly high when you're hiring thousands and thousands of people every single year?
Well, they take this principle, every new hire should raise the bar, and they turn it from just a nice-sounding slogan into a real, powerful mechanism, the Bar Raiser program.
Now, the key player here is the bar raiser. This is an expert interviewer who comes from a totally different department. Their only job is to be an objective guardian of the company's hiring standards. And here's the most radical part, the thing that gives this whole process its teeth. They have absolute veto power. I mean, even if the hiring manager is desperate to fill a role and loves a candidate, a single bar raiser can say nope and kill the hire. This mechanism is literally designed to protect the company's long-term talent from short-term pressures.
Okay, so final piece of the puzzle. You've got great product ideas, you've got great people. How do you all get in a room together and make high-quality decisions? How do you avoid those meetings where someone with a slick presentation wins the day, even if their idea is full of holes?
Well, it starts at something pretty radical. Jeff Bezos straight up banned PowerPoint in senior leadership meetings. Banned it. Why? Because he felt that bullet points are lazy. They make it way too easy to gloss over complex issues and hide what he called half-baked thinking.
So, what do they do instead? This is where it gets really interesting. Their most important meetings start in what people describe as an eerie silence. Seriously, for the first 20 minutes or so, nobody says a word. Instead, they're all reading a document.
And that document is called the six-pager. It's a dense six-page memo written in full sentences and paragraphs. No bullet points allowed. It lays out an idea, the data, the arguments for and against, the whole shebang. Just the act of writing one of these forces you to think through your idea with incredible clarity before you even walk into the room.
And this structure completely changes the meeting. You've got the first 20 minutes of silent reading. Everybody is absorbing the same information at the same depth at the same time. Then, for the next 40 minutes, you get a super focused, high-quality debate. You're not wasting time with, "Can you go back to slide 3?" Everyone is already an expert on the topic. And it means decisions get made based on the quality of the idea, not on how charismatic the presenter is.
And here's where it all clicks together.
These three mechanisms we've talked about, they're not just random rules. They are the engines that bring Amazon's core cultural pillars to life. The working backwards PR/FAQ, that forces customer obsession. The Bar Raiser program, that enforces operational excellence and high standards. And the six-pager, that demands long-term thinking and gives people the space to truly invent.
So the big takeaway here is that Amazon's success isn't some kind of magic. It's a set of deliberate, powerful, and frankly, brilliant processes designed to turn good intentions into actual results. And the most interesting part is, they're not really a secret. You can learn from them. So the real question to leave you with is, which one of these powerful mechanisms could you try even in a small way in your work tomorrow?